fire signs, what is up? Thank you guys so much for the likes on the last video. I truly do appreciate it a lot, like a lot. That is exactly why I decided to make you guys the second video I do, of course. So if you have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius placements in your chart, please do apply this video to yourself. Also, if you haven't already, check out the Mercury retrograde video I just did, or check out the November reading I did, okay? All right, so it's time for us to get in tune and to see what is coming into your energy for December. The cards just be flying. Okay, so December seems really painful for you. Well, not really painful, but just a little bit difficult because you're having to release people that you don't want to release, but you know you need to release them. It's like if you were to allow this connection to continue, it would literally be you trying to make this person feel good while also trying to make yourself feel good. You know what I mean? There's no equal balance in this connection, and that's the problem. It's always you giving, and you not getting anything back in return, really. And then Spirit is like, some of these individuals, you were getting things back in return, but I feel like you're just outgrowing them. You're just really sad because you're outgrowing a lot of individuals. These are individuals that you thought were going to be in your life forever, and now you're starting to outgrow them, right? And I always tell people, each time you decide to evolve, each time you decide to grow, each time you decide to elevate, you're going to be leaving some people behind. You're going to be leaving some things behind, and that happens. But I don't know. You're being rewarded for letting all these people go. You're being rewarded for letting all these things go, because I feel like these people are blockages for you, okay? They didn't really give you the love you needed. They didn't really give you support you needed, okay? Backstabbing energy behind your back for some of you guys. I'm getting like a kind of two-faced energy. Smile. I'm hearing a song, smile in your face, whole time they want to take your face, the backstabbers. You know that song. Well, if you don't know the song, here it is. I'm sure it sounds better than me singing it, but you know what I mean. You need to be in connections where you're benefiting, okay? And yeah, you need to be in connections where you're benefiting. That's not selfish. You need to either feel loved. You need to feel validated. You need financial gain, emotional gain. You need something from a connection, right? Because it seems like these connections were just draining you. All right, that's what I'm getting. I do feel like some things are gonna come to an end in December. Okay, I do feel like it may be some arguments, or maybe some distance, or maybe some tough conversations had during the month of December. This is something that can be avoided, because if it is avoided in December, I just want to let you know it's going to linger on until the new year, which I don't feel like that's something you want. So be on the lookout for any tough conversations or anything like that. I am hearing Scorpio, Sagittarius placement. Maybe the person that you are having a conversation with has Scorpio or Sagittarius placements within their chart, but it's going to be a tough conversation that's had, okay? Buckle up, all right? But I do feel like you are trying to honor yourself right now. And you know that part of honoring yourself is walking away from things that no longer serve you. And your spirit team is saying you've been in these connections long enough, okay? And the number 26 could have significance to you. Maybe you could have met this person when you was 26. Maybe there was a big blowout or something when you were 26 years old, or maybe something will happen when you're 26. Either way, the number 26 has significance, all right? I just feel like now it's time for you to pour into yourself, and it's time for you to meet new characters and new people and all these other things, right? And I'm not telling you this whole journey of walking away is going to be easy. You're going to feel the emotions. You're going to feel the pain. Like I always tell people, annoying as fuck to hear, but it's the truth. Healing is not linear, okay? There's going to be some days where you feel fucking fantastic after releasing these individuals. Then there's some days you're going to feel sad. Then there's some days you're going to feel fantastic. And there's some days you're going to feel sad. But initially, you're going to feel fucking fantastic, because I feel like blessings are coming your way, all right? Especially my Libra placements, all right? You really, for all of you guys, all right, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, this resonates with you, but specifically Libra placements, okay? I like seeing the Justice card because it symbolizes Libra. You really had a tough time letting somebody go, and you are finally letting them go, and justice will be served. Now, I always tell people, you have free will, But if I am telling you to let somebody go, it's for a good reason. It's because they're going to do something else that you're going to be like, oh, hell no, I should have let your ass go 2 years ago. Oh, hell no, I should have let you go 2 months ago. You know what I mean? Let's not get to the oh, hell no. Let's figure it out now. You know what I mean? So you're being commended. I do feel like this person was kind of like a blockage in your career a little bit. Not to say that you weren't achieving the things that you wanted to achieve career-wise, but I do feel like they were a slight bit of a blockage in your creative area. And now that they are out of your life and now that you've released them, I feel like December you're going to be getting back into your creative flow. So like if there's any hobbies that you were like putting off, or any business ventures that you were putting off, expect to December to really be like popping out with that, with those ventures, because I feel like this person was a blockage for you, right? It's like, you know what it is? It seems like they saw your potential and they saw how well you could skyrocket and how amazing life could get for you, right? And they felt like if life kept getting better for you, you would eventually leave them. But then at the same time, they were still doing things to self-sabotage the connection. You know what I mean? They were still doing things to make you want to leave anyway. So it's like they feared you leaving, so they did things that made you leave anyway. That's what I'm getting. That's what December is highlighting. Either way, blessings is coming your way after this because you release this individual, okay? Now, I do feel like because this situation hurt you so much, you kind of like have like this stone heart. Like you're open to love, but like now you like really like it's really hard. I'm hearing Elastic card by Sia. You could have fire placements in your chart. You could have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius placements in your chart, or your person could have had these placements. Either way, it's like you need balance. Either people are getting the super strict version of you or they're getting the super sweet version. You see how she has the flower in one hand and then she has the wands in the other hand? That's kind of your energy. It's like 1 minute you're like super sweet and the next minute you're like, balance. All right. Now, I do feel like a lot of good things are coming your way. I know you're like, how much times you gonna say that? But Spirit keeps telling me a lot of good shit's coming your way, so I'm gonna keep saying it. All right. I do feel like you have the opportunity for new love to come in. However, do not mix business with pleasure. My light turned off, but we gonna still get this message going. Do not mix business with pleasure. Don't do it. Don't. All right. Now, the reason why you're being called to not mix business with pleasure is because I feel like it's going to complicate things way too much. Okay. Now, what you're trying to create, what you're trying to do, I feel like you may need help, right? But you don't fully need help, but you may need a little bit of help, a little bit of guidance. Maybe the word of mouth is the help that you need. Maybe a little bit of help, but initially, whoever it is that's going to help you, they may be attracted to you. You may be attracted to them. Y'all may be attracted to each other. Love it for you. I'm excited. We're excited. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, don't do it. Like, we was excited for a second, but don't do it. You know what I mean? Don't do it. I know. And the reason why I got to say it so many times is because I feel like they're going to be really attractive. They're going to be your type. And you know what? This is a lesson. This is a little lesson for you. It's a little test right before you get what you need, because you feel like this person is your all or be all or whatever the case may be. But I feel like they have baggage, and that's why Spirit is telling you not to mix business with pleasure. Okay? I know you're like, oh my God, but why not? They're single, whatever. I feel like they have some sort of baggage, and you just don't need to be involved with them with this baggage. Okay? So don't mix business with pleasure. Let it be fun. Let this be an acquaintance, but don't mix the business with pleasure.
Okay. You slept with my architect.
Turns out Samantha was wrong. Men do talk.
And I don't want to get into all that.
Into all what? It happened 100 years ago. I barely know the guy. And how does my personal life affect your business?
I think the more accurate question would be, how does your personal life affect your business? It's too bad. Other than that, you had the job.
If only don't do it, all right? I do feel like this person is going to be a catalyst to your growth, though. I do feel like they're going to help you grow, and you guys are going to help each other grow, but just don't mix the business with the pleasure, all right? I had to dedicate a whole minute to that shit because, Who? All right. What can I? What else can you tell me about this connection with this person? Because let me just see. Let us see what it's gonna say. All right. Heard happy wife, happy life. Okay, crazy. Some of them may be married. Maybe you married and you watching this. Who knows? But somebody here is like married or somebody here is taken, and that's why you're having the green light not to go. I don't care if they said they're in the middle of a divorce, whatever the case may be, don't do it. Alrighty, so I guess that's why you wasn't given the green light. This person is taken. For some of you guys, okay? It may be hidden, you may be of knowledge of it. Don't do it. Because I feel like you gonna think that this is like love or something, or you gonna think that this is something like magical, or it just don't do it. They're involved with the third party. Don't do it. Don't do it. Even if you like a little competition, please don't do it. Because this person, they're going to talk a good game. You're going to feel like, oh my God, this person really likes me. They're really interested in me. They want to invest into me. Like, all these things. Don't do it. All right? Just watch out for that, okay? Because I am getting that little bit of warning from you, okay? I do feel like you're going to have lots of options in love. I don't even know if it's lots of options, but you'll definitely have options. Maybe 2 to 3. But you'll have some options to choose from. All right? Spirit is like, when you date people, make sure you're not immediately hooked on the first person that shows you attention. Get to know people. Get to know people. Get to see people. Get to see things you like, all right? Because initially, I feel like you find somebody, you're like, oh my God, I like this person. And then you like ignore all the red flags. If you were dating a bit and like allowing yourself to have a few candidates, I'm not telling you to like date everybody, because I know there's somebody watching that's like, I don't want to do that. Just for some of you guys, date a few people, and then you'll be like, oh, I don't like the way that person treated me. I told this person this story and they coddled me and gave me a hug and that person was mean to me. You know what I'm saying? It allows you to weigh out your options. When you just stuck on just one person, it's gonna hurt your chest. All right? Now, obviously, if things get seriously, don't be talking to multiple people because that's cheating. But I'm talking about in the beginning stages, okay? You're an air sign. You know what I'm talking about. I don't even who am I explaining myself to? You already know the vibes. You already know what's going on, right? I forgot who I was talking to. But anyway, there is somebody that you were waiting on to get their shit together. It's going to take them time, honey. It's going to take, like, let me tell you something. It's giving Carrie and Biggs vibe. If you got that type of time, then hey. If you got that Carrie Bradshaw time, hey. Go for it. If you don't got that Carrie Bradshaw time in, I'm going to need you to move forward, okay? I am going to need you to move forward because there's somebody in your energy that had you waiting. I literally was just talking about that in one of my readings on my page. I was literally like, somebody got you waiting. Somebody wants you to wait for them. Somebody wants you to wait for them to get their shit together. But if roles were reversed, they would leave you in a heartbeat. I hate to say it that way. All right. Now, there is a need for you to make sure this month that you are healing inner child wounds, okay? Because I do feel like you are going to meet new people. There are going to be new connections that come into your life, right? But in that process of you meeting new people, you need to make sure that the same things are not repeating, because otherwise, if you're not healing yourself within, I was literally talking to somebody that said this. If you're not healing yourself within, right? And you just keep meeting new people, you're just going to be meeting new people with the same personality in a different face. So you got to heal through the things that you have gone through, so that way you're not attracting the same individuals that caused you pain, right? Because initially, sometimes when we're around individuals that cause us pain, we end up attracting the same individuals. You know what I mean? So we don't initially mean to do it. It just happens. It's a habit, right? So just pay attention to that, okay? I'm hearing, this is my right song, take back my right song. All right. Channeling that. make sure that you're paying attention to your intuition. Your intuition is rarely ever off. Okay? Your intuition is rarely ever off. You be talking to somebody like they're talking to somebody else. But then you try to psych yourself out of it. And the only reason you really psych yourself out of it is because you don't really want to feel the truth. 444. But yeah, you don't really want to feel the truth. And Spirit is like, you need to start trusting in your intuition, okay? Really, because you are very intuitive. I feel like sometimes you get readings for confirmation. That's nice. I'm not telling you not to. But a lot of the things you get a confirmation on are a lot of the things you already know. All right? I think December is really going to allow you to tap into your creative energy, have options for new love. Now, if you just sit in your house and you're not going outside, you work 24/7, please don't be like, where's my new love? You knew it's going to be a little bit difficult. But if you're actively going out and you're like, hanging out with friends, going to parties, things like that, you're going to definitely bump into people and meet people, all right? So expect that, okay? But if you're cooped up in the house and all these other things, can't expect somebody to just ring your doorbell and just be the love of your life. It may happen for some of you, it may not, okay? It's very rare that could happen. But there is a need for you to make sure that you are in the process of releasing this person if you have not released these individuals, because Spirit is like, there was a heartbreak that you experienced maybe 6 years ago, maybe something between maybe the timeline between 1 to 6 years ago, heartbreak. It was really brutal. It hurt you a lot. Spirit is like, if you don't release these individuals, you won't feel that again. All right. So let's not even go through that. Let's just release who we need to release, and we're gonna be all right. All right. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my video and watching my video. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If the message resonated with you, I truly do appreciate it. And you liking the video helps me to know that the message resonates with you and helps me to push out more videos. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, let me know. Also, guys, keep in mind, I do have 2026 readings available soon. So just keep in the lookout, all right? It's coming soon.